the video for us tonight. So we got him. We got our usual culprit sitting here, Radar, all ready to go. He's already getting ready to scream Omaha. I know he is. And then I got Scotty. A little bit of teary-eyed still from yesterday's results, but he'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
Okay. That's
We
good.
just can't let him go off anywhere alone.
No.
Yeah, he's on watch.
He's under full security watch because his tribe lost.
In a couple of beers.
Here come the Leopards as we open up on
This is
Canfield at Louisville. Big time matchup. Big time
some
matchup.
good matchups around games that have a lot of implications that will play out down the road. East Palestine United, Garrettsville, Garfield, Liberty, what you're seeing right now. That game could be absolutely tremendous. South Range, they got a lot to do tonight to answer the call after last week. I'm sure they totally would like to throw that game film away, but it's out there now.
They need to. And, Poland played really, really well, but there were a lot of things that South Range did not do well that let that game get out of hand.
And you got Girard, they're coming in here. This is a pivotal game in Division 5.
And good point brought up earlier this week. Girard hasn't played many close games. So what happens if this gets close down the stretch? What would Girard look like in a close
what
game?
You want. And the other thing, the Indians cannot be looking ahead to next week.
No.
You got to get through this week.
And I'm not worried about that because if you're looking ahead of the team that's won the Indy 8 for 7 straight seasons, then there's something wrong right there.
But if you're South Range, what you do, you take care of business tonight, and then maybe hope Girard takes care of business. You could have a three-way tie.
Three-way tie. Chaos. Mass chaos.
We like chaos.
We could see that exact scenario happen in the MVAC as well. If Liberty wins tonight and then Garfield later down the road takes down Crestview, that could be a three-way tie in the MVAC grade tier. So we have a lot on the line tonight.
So we got things just getting ready to pop. Just want to mention the athletics is the reason you get to watch all this stuff for free. They are our big-time backer here on the Audible Call.
They're also our host. We are sitting here in the wonderful athletics studio.
We get to hang out here. Just looking forward to it. Hard to believe we're sitting in week 7 already.
I know. We got 4 more weeks, really, of
Yeah.
Audible Call. 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah,
And then
playoffs. Playoffs.
You'll be out on the scene, and Audible Call will take the break until next year. But we have plenty of coverage of playoff football. As always, it'll be that pay-per-view package that we roll out during playoff time.
Yeah. Some of the other things we want to look at, tonight. There is some big conference games. McDonald, Lowville, Middle Ridge. Both teams on the road, hoping that they don't stumble before week 10.
There are some games that I don't want to look over too much. I mean, Cheney and Mooney, I think, is very interesting because that's an old school rivalry. I like the matchup in Camel as you pulled out. Camel's 3-3. You can't forget the Red Devils are starting to get some momentum. They feel good about themselves. Can they upset the championship-minded Rams?
We got a big one up in Trumbull County tonight, or Ashtabula, I should say. High Valley Mogador.
Yeah.
That is got all the makings of a quality game. Mogador, just a machine always. High Valley's been pretty decent this year. Just going to see how those shake out. Poland don't want to stumble after last week. They're up at Bo Ryan Stadium taking on Niles.
And then we don't have it, but we'll keep an eye on the score. Boardman at Warren Harding.
Yes.
Also going to be a very good game to keep an eye on. Unfortunately, no broadcast because Warren Harding is not signed with YSN as of yet. But we will keep updated on that score as the night goes on.
Perry
Yep.
tonight, so we will keep you updated on those scores as we get them. Like I said, just some big games around the area. We're so glad you're tuning in to join us here for week 7 of the Audible Call, and the Leopards and Cardinals already getting down to business. So what we like to do, Anthony, we'll be on a few times. We'll talk. We'll set up some highlights and that stuff for you. But we're going to head out to our guy that is making the call. Rob Johnson is at the Louisville Canfield game, so we'll let him take it away. And we just like to switch game to game to game to keep the action moving for you, our viewers out there.
A balance set there. And the quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to get maybe a yard there. Enzo Coca.
Quarterback keep by Enzo.
You know, it's one of those things. Thinking of the 2 films that I watched this week, it's interesting that both films, they were showing a completely different offense than what they're running tonight. And as a coordinator, Mac, you know this. Nothing worse than preparing for something that you think you're going to see all week, and then they come out at a completely different set, completely different formations. You got to make adjustments.
2nd and 10. Gives the Panunzio, bounces outside, and he's tackled right at the line of scrimmage there. Caden Cordes, young sophomore, finishes him off.
Nick Toy's been, first season under center for the Raiders, been having a pretty good year. He's thrown for just over 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, completing 66% of his passes. First attempt of the night. Good defense, I would say, by Gerard there.
Dysert comes out for the Raiders. He'll be replaced. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side for Nick Toy as he gets everybody lined up. Calling for the ball. He's going to scramble out to his left. Looking. He is going to be taken down. He was looking to sling it. And guess who? A.J. Pearson on defense taken down.
You got a lot of options on second. And it was a nice quick out.
Yep.
Nothing too fancy. I like it.
I do too. Good safe pattern. Get yourself confident as a quarterback. Moody showing off his playmaking skills, not only on the ground, but right through the air, right away. I like the play call from the get-go.
Yeah, we normally talking running game, but if you can get the passing game kind of warmed up a little bit and really get G-men on their back heels, a lot of things can change really quickly.
A quick whistle here before 2nd down. This will be an equipment issue.
Looks to be that case.
2 receivers near side, Xavier McDougal and Prince Lard. The receivers on the play, and Liberty's going to have to burn a timeout right away.
It looks like it here.
8 seconds into the game. We'll take it with them. Back after this.
Beavers looking to score first and try to set the tone against the Golden Bears. Foster back under center for the 3rd consecutive play. He'll give it to Jones, and the ball is fumbled on the exchange.
Gain of 15 on the play. 1st down, Bulldogs.
Say number 19, Wyatt Swanson on the tackle.
Right up the middle.
Definitely not the start that we expected
right
off the rip.
East Palestine.
He's going to motion. Has Mihalis, keeps it himself. Steps up.
Wide open. Dylan Boucher at the 40, 45, 30, 25, 20. He's not going to go.
That's Boucher.
It's going to go all the way for the Eagles.
Off 5-yard line.
Keelan Simon on the catch.
Sophomore Keelan Simon gets her. They mark it at the 6, so give them gain of 7. So 2nd and 3, gain of 7 there. So they marked it on the 11-yard line. My perception's all screwed up, man, on this side of the field. Yeah.
Field of view.
Rutledge brings a man in motion. He'll take the snap, throws, no, pumps, holds, pulls it down, tries to get outside. Now he'll find a man in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! On the far side of the field, let's try to check that number after he's done being mobbed.
I want to say that's number 19 again, but I can't.
I got my eyes on him. And yes, sir, that is 19. Nice call.
Simon,
Nice call. So touchdown East Palestine with 11:01 to go. They go right down the field after the big kickoff return. PAT upcoming here. Kick is down, kick is up, and no good. It went wide right. So score remains 6-0. Palestine on their first possession goes down and scores. Eagles on offense. We come back on YSN Live.
Expecting big things out of him, and with the injury to Damon Edwards, he's really stepped in a role. Nice throw there. Quick pass. Gavin Gregory's got it. Gregory makes a man miss. Across the 30. Out at the 20. Stays on his feet. Gregory headed for the end zone. Did he stay in? He did! Touchdown Warriors! Unbelievable stuff there from Gregory as he tiptoed down the sidelines. Are you kidding me? And here come the lights as West Branch scores early as Gavin Gregory, again, just a short concept there. And Gregory was able to just tiptoe down the sidelines. I'm not sure how he did not step out of bounds. Gavin Gregory, big receiving touchdown, and that's his 6th of the season. Extra point here is up, and it is good by West Branch.
It's a good sign for your team. So 2nd goal there. Coca's going to, 2nd effort push. Did they push him into the end zone?
Yeah, they're giving it to him up top.
And that's one thing, you cannot push the quarterback, so they could have maybe called that there.
In high school, you're allowed to push the guards, which is what we do. But yeah, you're not allowed to push the quarterback in high school. Kind of an easy drive there for Canfield.
3 minutes 57 seconds. Set the kick here, the extra point is Luke Goodrich.
Number 21, Luke Goodrich.
Yeah, we had that 3rd and 10. Couldn't get off the field, and a good team like Canfield makes the Leopards pay. Kick is up. Kick is right through. With 8 minutes, 3 seconds left in the first quarter. Canfield 7, Louisville nothing. We're going to take a quick break on your sports network.
You might get 15 minutes to yourself every day.
Yoho under center. He gives it to Dylan Bate on a jet sweep. Dylan Bate up the middle. He is in. Touchdown, Vikings.
Great blocking by the Braves offensive line there, giving them a big gap for Dylan Bate to run to for the touchdown.
Dylan Bate with a 16-yard touchdown run, and that is a dream start for this Viking team.
Yeah, that was an amazing start from the Vikings.
This Viking team looking for, I believe, their 3rd win in a row.
Yes, the Vikings won big last week against champion.
So the Vikings with a penalty, that'll back them up 5 yards. Let's see if they still elect to kick it.
Little heavy trips there to the top of your screen there. Play action fake, looking for Owen Bjork. He's got space, and he catches it to the 30, to the 20. Can he kick out of it? He fumbles it, and Canfield is going to take over on the 6-yard line.
What a great play call. I love the play call. Heavy right formation. You think they're going to run. Gabe play actions. Owen releases. Great ball wide open. But man, you just got to have ball security. You got to have ball. You got to know that guy's right there. And man, I know Owens is probably so bummed right now.
3 there. Haynes in the backfield again. Brown will take it. Keeps it, goes around the right edge, and he is down the sideline. Thomas Brown out of bounds at about the 42 of East Palestine. That's good enough for a first down. They got it at the 45.
Run play here.
Moody in the pistol formation. Fakes the give. Keeps it himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Leopards.
Like I was saying, if I could see that coming from a mile away there. Bring everybody over to the left side of the offense. Move to the right. And you have some openings there. And Moody and Tutwiler both with one so far tonight.
3 plays, 2 touchdowns, and a 13-point lead for Liberty. You couldn't dial it up any better for Coach Prologo and company right here in this big-time matchup.
It's great to keep up with this. You're trying to just keep your team focused. You're playing a tough team. You're up 2 scores right now. Extra point upcoming, and it is good.
Garcia's point after is good. 10:24 to go. Liberty up 2 scores. Back after this.
I'm Bruce Shepis. I live here in Austintown, Ohio. I've been a customer of Greenwood Chevrolet.
Quentin Taylor in the backfield. Now he shifts out to the wing. They'll bring Schwartz in motion. Give it to Schwartz on the jet sweep action. He gets around the left edge, and that'll be enough for a first down. As he gets brought down at the 30.
Everything was aligned just right.
The snap. Nolan looks. Nice move there. Fires one into the end zone, and Kyle Booth is wide open.
Keeps it up the middle. Dances to about the 25. It'll be a gain of 8.
So the Eagles do a good job of marching right down the field.
And a little bit slower pace. They're not up on the ball and going.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that. Yeah, see, the whole season we've seen this hurry-up offense, but it looks like they're trying to take a step back and get a feel for what the Bulldogs defense is trying to do.
A lot of emotion here before the game. You could tell this was a big one. The pregame warm-up's just a little bit louder when we're doing our jumping jacks. The band's playing a little bit louder. Homecoming night here, and we're going to have a timeout on the field. That'll be Timeout United. So we'll step aside. 8:27 left here in the first. 6-0 Palestine on ysnlive.com.
Goal to go. Drexler's pass completed to number 8, Michael Nedzwecki. He goes into the end zone for the Perry Pirates touchdown. #99 Colton Chrissinger on for the point after. Chrissinger's kick is good, making your score with 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Perry 14-0. Tonight's Green Valley Conference contest is proudly presented by the Bible Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Dr. Steve Schneider, John Lewis, Jill Weber, and Dr. Matthew Townsend and Maria Damiano specialize in depth surgery implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit www.
7% run last week. It's just, I mean, it's a testament to their players to be able to adapt to the type of personnel packages that their coaches think is going to be successful or not. Apparently they saw something and thought that they could throw the ball, and it's because they are throwing the ball.
Panunzio gashes it, and off to the races. A 48-yard touchdown, and the Canfield Cardinals race out to a 13-0 lead. 5 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Not much to say, just, you know, one of those things where when you're playing a good team like Canfield, you got to figure out a way to do things like get off the field on third down, like ball security, those are the things that you have to do. You can't give them second and third opportunities to put up points, and we have done that here in the first quarter.
Luke Goodrich ready to kick the extra.
Miner back to pass. Looking deep. Looks for Hinchcliffe. Caught to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 5. Touchdown, Wellsville. Hinchcliffe with the 94-yard touchdown reception from Miner to put Lisbon up here in the first quarter, 13-0 with 8:50 left in the first.
Yes. You want to do? Give it a try.
Absolutely. This Leopard team is just ready to get back out there on offense right now.
It's 8:47 still in that first quarter.
Yeah.
So you got
yards.
Big stop there for the South Range defense and forcing an early decision here for, like you said, for Pat Pearson on the sideline. Looks like they're going to go for it, though, DJ.
Raider fans coming alive. Pearson trying to use the voice inflection. Raiders remain disciplined. Moving things around. Pearson, left side, goes with the option. And he's going to get it. First down for Girard. Nice play drawn up by Girard there and executed very well by A.J. Pearson.
Had a nice little option there. Had Sam Scott trailing him in the backfield, and he chose to keep it and squeak through a hole there in the South Range defense, pick up the first down. Big play.
A scenario like that, you got to also respect Scott.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And he's a guy that hasn't gotten a lot of carries yet. I don't think he has one, so we'll see.
Pearson looking over the middle. That pass is complete.
Monroy man in motion, gets it to him, and on the far sideline, that is Josh Mayhew on the catch. And Mayhew is forced out of bounds inside the 5. Had a double take on that one, as that is Mayhew's first catch of the year.
He's got a lot of speed, Matt. Regional qualifier in 100 meters. Last season in track. I mean, he can fly. So he's another guy that if you want to get the ball in space, he can make something happen.
Primarily one of the best defenders on the Salem team. Gets his first catch of the season, gain of 7 at second and goal from the 4. Monroy goes to Cana, and Cana's going to find the end zone for a Quaker touchdown.
In the right situation.
Indians waste no time. Pearson rushed out to the near side, and he's going to be dancing out of bounds as he jitterbugs his way over the 40-yard line.
It's one thing that makes Pearson special, his ability to use both his arms and his legs. Got to honor both. And he's going to be doing that all night long, whether it's designed run or a little bit of a broken play there where he's looking for a receiver downfield and can't find one.
These are those big chunk plays that makes Girard so dangerous no matter who they play.
Rams leading tackler in there, and it's 4th and short, Jake, and they're going to go for it.
Takes the snap in the gun, drops back to pass, fires down the sideline. Oh, my goodness.
What a catch.
What a throw and catch. Touchdown, Camel Red Devils to number 7, Demetrius Lambert Jr. And right there, that's what we're going to see. They're going to go after, well, I guess that's Thomas' side, excuse me, but they're going to go after these corners, Mike, tonight just because of the lack of health in Mineral Ridge. So a big play right there gets the Red Devils on the board early.
So, yeah, who was the recipient on that pass?
That was number 7, Demetrius Lambert Jr.
Boy, I tell you what, he caught.
Just right up their alley with the way they play. Firings, Pearson, near side almost. Broken up, and it's caught. And another first down. How did Wade catch that? It was tipped.
I was about to say the same thing. I mean, really shows off his catch radius there. And tip drill. I mean, we all talk about it every day. They probably go through it every day in practice. Shows off his capabilities there. What a catch for, I believe he is a senior.
Timeout on the field. And we're going to have 1:47 left in the opening frame. 6-0 Girard. They're threatening again. Back after this on YSN.
Reserve Run Golf Course.
Are your windows letting in more than just the view? At window deep.
The ball meticulously down the field. 1st and 10. Garfield.
And he's moving. Toothman, and he goes in for the score. Wyatt Toothman with his first official career high.
The 35-yard line. Good hit on the play by Prince Lard.
And it looks like I think Tutwiler was in there as well. Is that Lard? No, that is Lard. Man, Lard, nice job coming in from the secondary and just finding the back.
He gave up a lot of size on that tackle
He definitely
as well.
did.
And not the biggest player
huge
is
hit
Lard.
and allowed that extra loss on the play.
The G-men back beyond the 35. 2nd and 15 now with 5:30 and counting in the first quarter.
Not bad from a corner.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us tonight at Liberty. Chris Ziegler, Anthony Malone, in this big MVAC grade division matchup. Baguki in motion. And a good trick play.
They had us
right
all fooled there.
Direct snap. Everybody followed the motion, man. Logan Sell with the carry. Gets the penalty yardage, the loss of yards back beyond the sticks. He's going to be down at about the 30-yard line.
To Sell's credit, we were talking about him during the pregame, seeing him doing a lot of blocking, not so much action. He gets the direct snap, gets that yardage back. Tough third down upcoming here, though. We've been seeing them have success running the ball. Do they go back to the pass?
Everybody that's watched YSN knows that last name of Sell for the G-men. 3rd and call it 10. Fake the inside pitch. Nykirk, tough pass. Good catch down to the 23-yard line. Colton Miller on the receiving end of that.
He was pretty well covered.
Snap taken by Sherish. He rolls to his left side. Has some space and slips the tackle, falls forward to the 5. That's not going to be enough. Big time tackle. He was able to get away from the tackle, but he lost his balance, doing just enough to force the 4th down.
Gets his direction from the sidelines. He'll bring Mekhian Haynes in motion. Brown will keep it outside the left side. He's got a hole across the 50. There he goes. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Thomas Brown. 63-yard touchdown run by Thomas Brown. And the Eagles are up 13-6.
As Southeast, prior to taking the snap, Coach Ewell will take a timeout at 1:45 to get his guys on the same page. Big play coming up at 4th and 3 here from Pirate Country and Southeast High School. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives at 2 and 4 apiece this season. Both these teams going to stay in conference next week as well. As we start gearing up towards playoff time, you want to try to get to be one of those top 12 teams as it's shortened up this year. For OHSA, Roy, it used to be 16 teams. Top 16 made the playoffs, and that was shortly after the COVID season in 2020 that rule was established. But starting in this 2025 season, officially trimmed down to 12 teams. It was much shorter in years past. They feel like this is a happy medium, so a little bit tougher to get to the playoffs this year and earn a playoff spot. Both these teams currently on the outside looking in, but
along with fellow senior Clayton Day in there on the tackle. So West Branch will start again right at the 49-yard line, so right close to about midfield. This will be a run. Nope, throw across the middle of the field. It's caught. Big run and a nice catch. Throw across the middle as Jake Weingart came streaking free, and he hauls it in for a big gain. So it's a good first down for West Branch, and now I think the Warriors maybe want to try to run a little bit of tempo here. They're up quick to the line of scrimmage. Now they'll slow it down a little bit. It looks like Damon Edwards is in the game, so he is back from his injury. So good to see him back in the game. Yes, that is Damon Edwards, and he makes a run down to about the 2 to 1 yard line. We'll see where they mark him. I think he got down to the 1. So it's good to see also Damon Edwards back in the lineup tonight. I mean, Edwards he's a bruiser back. They are going to mark the ball right at the 1 yard line. West Branch, another opportunity here. They'll give, and right up the middle goes Damon Edwards as he.
Welcome into the Audible Call. Mike Ackelson along with Anthony Hartwig. You're watching West Branch. And I'm not sure why, but they have pretty much owned this game from the opening kickoff against Marlington. Already up 26-0 there, pending the extra point. I do believe it's 27. I don't think they've missed an extra point.
Yeah, no, I think it's 28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got that extra point good. Now here's the thing, folks. We want to show you as many games as possible, but when they start to get lopsided like this, if you want to watch a West Branch Marlington game, where do they go, Anthony?
Go to ysnlive.com/live-games, and you can get all the games in their entirety there on the site.
Yeah, so you got a chance to go see that. We can also tell you the Perry Orange game kind of getting out of hand quick too. Perry, they're wasting no time there. They're up 28-0. Radar Pavlov with the Omaha, he told us that. So, but we do have some good action around. We're going to continue to show you the games that are still undecided. That's how we like to keep it. We do like to let our announcers do a lot of the talking, but we like to chime in every now and then. And don't forget, at halftime, what are we also going to show?
The bands.
The bands on the field. Anyhow, let's go back, and we are headed to, where are we going, Anthony?
The play bar is blocking the.
Yeah.
I can't tell. Mike, what game is this? On one. Southeast champion. Okay, we're on South.
Champion. Ty Bartell on the call. We'll let him take over for a few minutes.
All right, here you go.
2 yards and get into the end zone. They're going to tighten things up here, though. A lot of extra blockers on this set. And the keeper, the push, and it's in for the touchdown. The keeper, the plunge, and the 6 tie it up. Extra point pending to take the lead for the Pirates. Extra point coming up here by Tristan Finch.
And that's not shocking as Coach
Not
Hake
one bit.
lets him finish off. He did most of the work on that drive, but that's the kind of response that I think the home or the visitors over there, as they are letting the team know that was a good bounce back drive for the Rams, Jake.
That it was. Mineral Ridge gets in there. A formation you're going to hear us call a lot this evening is called Gorilla. I feel like we can probably just explain it, because if you don't know what it is, you will eventually. Gorilla's just a big package, man. They're going to run the football a lot. They can throw out of it as well. We've seen a couple of those plays so far this year. But a favorite kind of play formation, if you will, for Mineral Ridge and for Coach Hake, because they're set up to go for 2, and Gorilla is back on the field. Holbrook up the middle, who gets stuffed at the line. Not going to happen. Camel stands strong, and Mineral Ridge's efforts to get in to go up 1 forces them to be down 1 here. 7-6 in favor of the Red Devils. 10:52 remaining here, second quarter of action. We'll get ready for the kickoff, and we'll be right back after a message here from Avalon.
Avalon Downtown Pizzeria, where 90 years of family tradition are baked into every slice. Dine in, order takeout, or enjoy delivery through DoorDash. Visit us on Federal Street or at Avalon Downtown.
He runs right into the line.
Trusters pass is completed to number 0, Trent Taylor.
Way down inside, but if you're Salem, either force them to try another field goal or keep them out of the end zone, would be a huge momentum boost for them. But if Minerva's able to get into the end zone, Matt, there's going to be a lot more juice here on the Lions sideline.
Again, Minerva taking their time here, keeping the ball out of Salem's hands offensively. 3rd and goal.
Oh, and then look at this. It's going to be a Rebel touchdown, 41 yards for Trevor McElhaney, the sophomore.
Yeah, if Jake couldn't get you with the long ball, he said, hand it to his running back. Get it done on the ground.
It's been incredible what they've been able to do on the ground, not just tonight, but so far this season.
Yeah, they have just, all the backs and receivers, they have.
Hannah's little sister.
Yep. It was a kicker for the Leopards.
She did. Yeah. She kicked for us, and she was darn good.
Yeah, sorry about that, Rachel.
So first and goal on the 5. I'm sure that's not the first time she's been called by her sister's name. I've been there, done that. Gabe Stouffer's got some room, and he's into the end zone.
Wow. What a great answer by the Leopards there. I mean, it was, you hate to put too much emphasis on an early first half, second quarter drive, but I'll tell you, the Leopards needed to answer that 13-point onslaught by the Cardinals, and they came out and they went the length of the field and stuck it in there. Great run by Gabe.
Parker Dom set to kick the extra point. Hold by Stouffer. Snap by Burek. The kick is right down the middle. So with 9:30 left here in the second quarter, the fireworks are off and the Leopards are on the scoreboard trailing 13-7. We're going to take a quick break on your sports network.
Tackle for Perry. First and 10 Lions.
Hit. That is a big hit from a quarterback.
Absolutely.
And can make it in about 3rd and 1.
Carter Hoover on the receiving end of that one. Got in front, did his job, slowed the quarterback down, and allowed his teammates to come back and help him.
That's exactly what I was going to say there. The G-men were able to then capitalize and get it before it was a first down.
So 3rd and about a yard from the G-men 41. You got to figure 2 downs here to get a yard for Liberty. Moody. He gives to Tutwiler. Tutwiler's got space out over the 40. Daylight in front of him. Nobody there. Touchdown, Leopards. Dion Tutwiler, 41 yards and 6 more.
Keene and number 22, Xavier Burdella.
There you go. So, Canfield take over on the 28-yard line there. One thing there, too, I thought that was one of our better drives of the year. I thought we had a lot of good push. We had some good room to run. Yeah. Real nice pitch and catch. I was really impressed with that drive.
It was an impressive drive. I mean, really just the patience by Gabe on a couple of those throws, on a couple of those runs. That drive was essentially mostly Gabe, but we'll take it. Big drive to get back on the plus side of things here.
Trips the top of your screen there. Coca takes the snap. He's looking to the outside. He's got Encananis, who breaks the tackle. He's going to pick up about 20.
Sleepy Hollow.
Economist.
Yeah. There's some tough names, on this Canfield roster. There are some tough names. I'm going to let Mac do most of the pronunciations tonight, and then I'm just going to giggle within my brain.
Economist. That's how it looks. They're very economic.
There's a lot of them.
Ball Stadium. Moody looked like before the timeout they were going for it. Jake Gugliotta comes up to kick the field goal, and it is up and through, as that'll officially be from the 14-yard line, a 31-yard field goal.
A lot of play action throwing the ball to keep Leopards on their heels, where, like you said, they've been a very run-heavy team in film study.
Yes, run-heavy. And again, we are not making we are tackling shoulder pads, Mac, and with these Canfield kids, and that's just not going to cut it. We got to go through hips, we got to go through legs, we have to get people down on the ground.
2nd and 5. Bowling stays in the backfield. Coca, play action, keeps it, tries to get the outside, hits the seam. He's going to pick up about 2 or 3. He really does a nice job of selling those fakes there that freezes the defender's feet.
Well, they run a lot of misdirection where they're doing some reads. He has the option to give the ball or keep it, and he does. He's shaking up here a little bit. He did take a shot right there, but he does do a great job with ball fakes. It's very difficult to tackle a quarterback that takes care of the ball like that. Number 4 checking in for Canfield, Gabe Miller, another 5'10", 200-pound kid.
Plays some linebacker. Coca. And give to Miller, and to the outside, Xavier Berdella makes the tackle. Colton Doherty finishes him off, and Cardinals going to lose one. It's going to make it 4th and 3. Great job of getting penetration by our safety there.
Well, it was great. I mean, we ran a little safety blitz there off the corner. He closed real flat to the line of scrimmage and was able to get enough of a shoulder pad on him to hold him up, where the rest of the defensive line really came in and got him on the ground. Brings up a 4th down, Mac. Do you see them going for it here, or maybe trying to draw us offside?
I think they're definitely going for it here. Tyler Burek up front there. Xander McRoby, the ends there. Jake Baker.
Not many people in this area can do that. Alan Escardona is one of them.
Got to believe the Mahoning County Sheriff's Office or someone's going to be trying to recruit that young man. He can stop a burglary in progress with one arm. Snap, inside give. It's Vorshak again looking. Sidestep, Jason Vorshak extends and gets a touchdown on the pylon. Touchdown Raiders. What an extension by Jason Vorshak. He would not be denied.
What a run there by Vorshak. Bounces off one, runs over another, and gave every effort he could to get into the end zone, diving for the right pylon. What a run there. Oh, he's been doing that all night long, though.
So the Raiders will set up. It's going to be Drew Starkey attempting the extra point. This is something.
Left. Oh, ball's on the ground. Picked up by someone. Oh, picked up by Poland. Oh, is that Kimura again? I think it is. Down the sideline goes the Bulldogs. Touchdown, Poland. And I believe that was number 15 who picked it up, so that's JJ
Fonda.
JJ Fonda with the big fumble return.
Big heads-up play.
And another Niles drive, just stalled by a turnover, but this time Poland takes it all the way back for a big fumble recovery, and that was about 70 yards. About
second quarter, Bears up 7-0, 12 minutes on the clock. Hands off to Ethan Mattia again. Mattia out around, up finds a hole out around 20, 15, 14. They're going to mark it. So gain of 5 for Mattia. .25 are on the clock in the second quarter. Hands it fake to Mattia. Mattia gets the ball to Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown for the touchdown from the 14. Dylan John's extra point attempt. And it's good. All right, we'll be back after this message from our sponsors.
Not being able to get off the field when they had Canfield in the hole. So Coca. And we got a penalty, a little false start there.
False start. Just Canfield has some difficulty getting they didn't huddle that.
6. Yeah, he's going to lose a yard there.
Tackle was made by 66 Joey Sands. Loss of 1 on the play.
A lot of movement out there as they're going to put Bowles out wide, and he's going to be on the same side with number 2, Zion Thomas. Man in motion is Jorge Diaz. They're going to blow
back the
that
other
one
way.
dead. Maceo
Good
Bowles
play.
has so much room
Good
to run.
play.
Davion Gaines, but unfortunately that one's going to be blown dead. It looks like a hold in the backfield.
Oh. Great play design there by Lakeside. Get everybody flowing one way, can countered back the other way.
Penalty markers were down during the play.
Illegal shift.
Illegal shift is going to take that away from the Dragons.
Illegal shift against the offense.
Negates a great run there. Boy, they just keep shooting themselves in the foot right now, Sam.
It has been a tough night already, Scott. That is for sure.
That'll bring up second down in a bunch.
Davion Gaines getting a chance to show off that speed
Absolutely.
we were talking about there.
And again, what a great play design there by the Lakeside coaches. I mean, they had them totally fooled. That was
The
a
only
great
problem
call.
is you can't do it again.
No.
Not back to back. As they'll put Bowles in motion. Murphy stops, finds Wagner on the crossing route. He's going to make the catch, but I think he's 3 yards short of that first.
Yeah, great pickup there. Got back everything on the penalty plus a little more. That'll bring up third and manageable here for them.
I'll tell you what, it's a lot shorter than I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, that spot's rough.
Yeah, 3rd and 6. Take away the forward progress.
Quick to the line here.
Murphy dropping.
Got pressure.
Out of the reach. He was looking for Diaz there. And I'll tell you what, excellent pressure there by the Falcons. And I don't know if this is even an option. I think they're going for it here on 4th.
Yeah, I would have to say it's 4th and about 5. You're on your side of the field. 8 minutes to go in the half. You got to.
I mean, keep in mind the Dragons do get the ball back in the second half.
But you're playing to win. They're playing to win tonight, it feels like.
I mean, this Jefferson offense has been on tonight. A couple stalls.
Here in the first half. Monroy pitches it to Kana. Kana is going to second effort his way into the end zone for a Quaker touchdown. His second of the night, this one from 8 yards out. And Salem finally cashes one in here on a penalty-plagued drive.
Yeah, they had one touchdown off the board, Matt. They had
Lakeside's going to spread them out again with 4 wide. Got the motion moving.
That's going to be Bowles and Murphy in the backfield. Murphy dropping back. He's going to let one fly way downfield. Jorge Diaz on the catch. He's going to be down on the 2-yard line.
Wow.
And what a throw and what a catch there.
Wow, he looked like he was on top of the defender. I thought he bounced in. That looked great. Great job there. Just a great pass. Nice touch on the ball. Dropped it right into the breadbasket there.
I mean, able to get the separation that they have been so desperately looking for this entire game.
Here they are, quick to the line, Sam.
Now the question is this 2 yards the longest part of the field for the Dragons?
No, they're going to punch it here. Another quick pass.
Bowles. He's going to bowl over. He got the pylon.
Oh, he says no. The official says he stepped out at the 1. That'll bring up second and goal.
So it must have been the defender that knocked down the pylon.
Or Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Second down and 7, 8 minutes left in the second quarter. We'll put Junior Marino in motion. They'll have 2 out wide left. It'll be clear on the keeper. Rolling to his left side, looking for the end zone, and he's got a man wide open. It's Micah Pupi. 18-yard touchdown, clear to Pupi.
Nice play there by Pupi getting open in the end zone, and good job by Clear finding him up the field. And Tchaikovsky in to take the extra point.
The extra point. Tough snap there, but it's up and good. Beaver now leading at 24-0.
Look a little more of a power formation here.
It's going to
They're
be
going to hand it off, and he's up in the middle.
That's Zion Thomas Ziggy in the end zone. Touchdown, Dragon.
And just like that, the game is tied 6-6.
So now the Dragons get the hard work done, but let me tell you, this part of the game has changed the outcomes for so many teams this year.
Absolutely. Special teams has been killer.
Takes the snap. He's going to look to throw. Now he's going to get away. And the Dragons defense. Oh, he gets away from another sack. And a big block. Zipolita's going to take it away himself. Down to the 30. Oh, he's got some running room. He gets around his counterpart, Joey Lehman. And Zipolitas is going to go in for a 38-yard score. And it might be 38 yards on paper, but that was about 108 after all the scrambling he did. 27-0. What a run by Zipolitas.
And that was the biggest threat for the Niles defense coming into this game. They've had trouble containing running quarterbacks the entire season. Multiple times you thought Zipolitas was going to go down. They had two men on him in the backfield that looked like it was going to be a huge sack. But Zipolitas using his legs and his agility to be able to just find some space and wait for a tunnel to open up on the outside. Phenomenal play by the quarterback.
Yeah, I don't. Extra points, up and good. On the run. Obviously, I kept my eyes on Zipolitas to make sure what was happening. There was a big block by a Poland lineman. I can't remember the number since I was watching Zipolitas.
Now quickly to the line is East Palestine. Now they'll pause. Trips right, two receivers left. Rutledge alone in the backfield. Takes a shotgun snap, looks to throw again, has his man inside, and tackled immediately at the 5. Braden Plum again for the Bulldogs. So 2nd and goal, ball marked at the 5-yard line. Rutledge, shotgun snap, looking to throw again. Gets around one defender, throws back across his body, corner to the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown, Bulldog.
We got a late flag.
A late flag comes in. Credit Braden Plum for the touchdown catch if it stands.
I say unsportsmanlike, it will stand, but see what the call is.
Careless penalty.
So let's see if the Warriors can capitalize. Looks like Rico Smith will take the direct snap and plow forward. Rico Smith, and he's pushed by the Brookfield offensive line. He is in for a touchdown, 8 yards, his 2nd touchdown of the game. Great job by the Brookfield offensive line there to push him forward. And do the Vikings get the football? I saw it come out. I couldn't tell if he had already crossed the plane. I think he did. Believe he did cross the plane, don't you?
Yes, I do believe he did. As soon as it crosses the plane, it's just an automatic touchdown.
Yeah. But it could be a situation like Kyron Williams last night where he fumbled it right on the 1-yard line, which costed the Rams the game over the 49ers.
It's okay, but he still had 31
fantasy points. See what the Warriors do on this 2-point conversion try. Send him in motion. Hammond gonna run it himself. He does not get there. So the Viking defense holds him on the 2-point conversion. So we step aside.
Help for your child to grow and succeed.
There, nice pitch and catch there.
Number
Grabbed
7.
there by
To number 7,
AJ Economist. And that was a great scramble run. You talked about the receivers just on that scramble drill. Get to the quarterback, give him a target. Great job getting his toes in. 1:03 left. I'm really impressed with Coca's passing skills. We're right by the Canfield coaches. They're smiling on that play there. Empty set here. Coca looking at the seam route to his tight end, who's going to pick up about 18 there, Shina.
Well, we got an injury here.
And we have, I'm trying to see who's down there. Can't afford line injuries. Any injury you can't afford there.
I think that's, boy, it's hard to see. I think that's Xander McCroby, number 52.
Economist there, they say there. I was getting. So, 57 seconds left. And in honor of the number 57, shout out to Mark Davis, who is now with his Lord and Savior. He was honored. Mark passed away 2 Saturdays ago. Actually, he caught his last Leopard game. I know Troy's father of Troy Davis, former Leopard football coach. Mark is a long time Louisville football fan. Always caught pretty much every game.
Yes.
And great man, great hard worker, and they honored him tonight on the scoreboard. I believe they have some stickers on the helmets to honor him as well. Well, he's a very enthusiastic guy and has a great legacy.
Lions are going to call a timeout. So Minerva burns their second timeout of the half to talk things out here. As Salem looking to put another score on the board. Salem has touched the football 3 times, this being their 4th.
Yeah.
And the first 3 have all resulted in touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is you think about it, they haven't been excessively long drives, but if you look at what Minerva's doing, Matt, offensively, they've been able to control the football. Running the football, they've had a couple 4th down conversions, especially we saw on that last drive. But Salem's defense, once they get their backs against the wall, have been able to stand up and stop Minerva, only surrendering 3 points to this point in the game.
2 touchdown runs by Brandon Cana and a touchdown catch for Baron Exline on the first play from scrimmage.
And again,
Harris the defender. Ethan Fisher couldn't come down with it.
the Pars are getting that slant. They're playing behind the receivers, which is fine. They're just not, Brooks not connecting on them right now.
2nd down and 5 from the 18. Stops the clock after 4 seconds, ticks off.
The Pars home next week versus Edison.
Mm-hmm. Then Weirton following week. So here we go. 2nd down and 5. Receivers switch places. Behringer in the shotgun. Drops back again, looking. Throws an out pattern, just hanging up there. And Kirby's going to come down away with it in the end zone for the Potters for a touchback. Kirby had the inside position and took it away.
And he left the ball up in the air too long on that. That thing just hung up there. And Kirby just rested underneath it. Potters get the turnover they needed. Brook looks like they were pounding on the door, looking like they were about to take this thing in, and the Potters make a big defensive stop there. Tyler Kirby makes the interception in the end zone. So the Potters get the ball at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Let's see if they can do something here on this.
Makai and Haynes again. He'll take the direct snap, go right side, gets outside, and up across the 45 is Makai and Haynes. They'll mark him at the 46. 12-yard gain there by Haynes and a 1st down for United. United in the rare huddle.
Deli hands off to Holbrook once again. Holbrook right up the middle through the D-line. Gets a push from his O-line, and these guys aren't blowing the whistle, and it benefits the Rams. Touchdown. The all-white jerseys.
1st down and a touchdown there. Little extracurriculars there as Caden Schaefer really wanted a flag. Outside linebacker for Campbell.
Now he's like, oh, no, I'm good.
Planted him about 10 yards, 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but I digress. We got Holbrook in for his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Now they're going large up front. Schwartz in motion. Fake handoff to him. Brown keeps. Across the 50, 45. Cuts back. He's got room. To the 30. Can he outrun the defender? Yes, he can. Corner of the end zone. Touchdown. Thomas Brown, 54-yard touchdown run. Quick answer by the Eagle offense. And it is 20-12. Checking still for flags. We see none.
Yeah, I say Thomas Brown doing a fantastic job of using his legs.
Hinchcliffe up the sideline to the 30, 35, running all the way for a touchdown. Ashton Hinchcliffe with the 38-yard touchdown run to put Lisbon up 34-0 here in the late in the second quarter.
Ashton Hinchcliffe, 38 yards for the Blue Devil touchdown. On for the extra point. Henthorne to snap, Miner to hold, Jackson to kick.
The kick is up and good.
Kick is up and good.
That makes this game 35-0 Lisbon over Wellesley here in the second quarter with 1:25 remaining. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Wellsville 0.
How did things ever get so far with your high heating bills? You should have come to me. And if you
Shotgun look for Foster and company. Drops back looking to throw. Rolling right now, fires on the run, pass caught in front of the 25-yard line at the 26 by Luke Retto. Second catch of the drive. And it moves the sticks for a first down, 11 yards.
May. And the Bulldogs start at the 25-yard line. Great field position here. Rutledge puts a man in motion. Looking to throw again. Has nowhere to go. Looking. Throws towards the sideline. He has a man. Open, that is number 19, Keelan Simon coming back for the ball. That's close to a Bulldog first down. They mark it at the 11, so. Call it 2nd and 2. Schnell will go behind Rutledge in the backfield. 3 receivers left. Handoff inside Schnell, and he is wrapped up immediately. Number 53, Zach Graffius, in there on the tackle.
It's starting to get a little rowdy.
For the Raiders here through this stretch.
Pearson looking downfield right. He's going to go over the middle. This is an absolute dot to the 20-yard line and a beautiful catch. And it's Sloan again.
Would love to see his stat line at halftime with all the catches that he's made, both on offense and on defense tonight.
So inside the red zone go the Indians. Pearson looking right side, and they're just going to toss it with that little screen. Lots of running room, lots of blockers getting to the corner. Touchdown, Girard.
We talked about that screen earlier, the screen offense for Girard earlier in the game, DJ. And there it is right there. I believe that was number 8, Jeremiah Hunter, on the reception, as he had a load of blockers there heading into the end zone.
Jeremiah Hunter shifting in and out between his blockers and ends up in the burgundy and gold paint. And the increase of the lead for Girard. And looks like the Indians going to go for two again. Pearson takes a snap. Little Tim Tebow pass over the middle. Nobody even home. And the two-point conversion is good. 28-7, Girard over South Range. We've got just under 4 minutes.
4:54 in counting. A score here, and this place is going to go nuts. Rutledge all alone in the backfield. Throws outside. Pass is caught and just short of the end zone. Is it R.J. May out there? It's hard to see on that far
Yeah,
side.
I was just going to say, it looked like it was a very tight window, too. He somehow got it in there, but...
So 3rd and goal, mark it on the 1 yard line. Palestine faithful getting loud. Rutledge comes up under center. He'll try to push forward. He rolls. He's in from 1 yard out. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
I don't know. I don't see. There it is. All right, there's a signal.
Late signal from the far side.
About 7 yard line. Power pistol look for the Beavers. They have no timeouts remaining. Foster turns and fakes the give to Cowdery, fires it, and it's intercepted! And running out of bounds at the 15-yard line is Khalil Mason. A 4th turnover forced by the Golden Bear defense. And none more crucial than that one. They turn the Beavers away inside the 10-yard line.
And Puckett going to throw here, fires this one to the end zone. That one completed from 17 yards out for a touchdown.
Blue Devils touchdown.
That was Preston Van Meter catching that one from 17 yards out. Just a 1-point game now, chance to tie it up. Well, Louisville, they sought to stop the run there. But Puckett's made a couple of big throws in this one, including that one. PAT is up, and it's good. Larson ties this one up. 14-all is our score. We'll take a break. Back after this.
It's Sherish and Massrock. Out shotgun with Massrock on that right hip of Sherish. It'll go to Sherish on the snap. Sherish just tumbling forward and finally breaks the seal for 6. The keeper by Sherish puts Southeast back on top. 20-14 here with an extra point pending.
They're going to mark him just short of the 24 or 26. 26.
He's a man that does not go down easily tonight. Took about 2 or 3 Indians to get in there on the tackle to pull him down. And they are moving deeper into Indians territory, ball on about the 26-yard line.
One split wide, one split left for Toy. Moves up the back, Vorshak up to his right hip, takes a snap. Looking. He's going to go up the middle looking still and trying to find Vorshak, who was wide open on the near side, just underthrew him a little bit.
Had nothing but space in front of him as well, but I got to credit Toy there for being able to dance around the pocket there, avoid a few Indian defenders, and work his way into a position to be able to even get a pass off as well.
Toy looked like Ricky Martin back there with as many 1-2 steps as he put. Yeah. Living La Vida Loca. Do you think he'd even know what that means?
I don't know. It's funny when you, like, even when I'm talking to my students at Mount Union, I make some references. I'm like, do you guys, like the other day, I brought up Bubba Watson in his 2012 Masters win when he curved it around to win the tree, and I was like, I might be dating myself here, but do you guys remember this? And they're like, they just blank stares, not a shot.
Every teacher that's listening and watching right now can attest to everything you just said. The blank stares.
Timeout 35, a chance. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying he's got a chance if they can get this thing another 20 yards down the field.
Yeah, I mean, we're watching it at this level. His kickoffs are going inside the 10 every time, inside the 5, and he has 4.
One more play for the Golden Bears. Not even a second, 0.7 of a second. But it's not like basketball. You can You just got to snap it before the clock runs out as opposed to getting the ball out of your hand. Irving, pressured right. Going to throw on the run. Pass caught by Michael West at the 15-yard line, and he's tackled there. So it doesn't matter that he made the catch. They'll pad the stats a little bit towards the end of the half. But Youngstown East will go into the locker room with a 20-7 lead and the ball to start the third quarter. The Khalil Mason interception at the 1-yard line turns the Beavers away from making.
For the Raiders as we resume play here. Vorshak moves up to the right side of Nick Toy. Toy backs up looking. He's pressured. He's going to try to get rid of it. He does. And it is caught by Vorshak, who is just obliterated by 75. Wow.
It's Tommy Schmidt in on the tackle for Girard. And before Toy got that throw off, I mean, it was Pearson. It was quarterback on quarterback violence there in the backfield. And
keeps it again, right side again. Gets outside 45, 50. Down the sideline, cuts back. He's got a blocker. He's still going and turns on the Jets. Touchdown, Thomas Brown.
Behind the chains now are the Raiders. Toy looking over the middle, going over top and just over the outstretched hands. I'm trying to get a number. Is that Starkey?
I believe it was Starkey, yeah. Number 28 there, downfield.
So 3rd and 19 for the range.
You know, I really don't think this score really does the Raiders justice. I think this has been a closer game than what we see on the scoreboard.
So, game to right. That is 40. You got Gibson back deep, and here comes the kick. A little high. Can be taken by the up man at the 15. Crosses the 20. Some room at the 25. He got it through, and he's going to go down the sideline.
There's nobody there to stop him.
There comes Tisdale. He's running with him. And he cuts back into the end zone, and Brooke takes the lead back.
Just like that.
Field. And Toy made a decision there and got down. I don't believe he got out. Did he get out of bounds? The clock is stopped, so I believe so. But 4th and long still for the Raiders.
And they're in no man's land for a field goal. Might be the range of former Raider Logan Butcher, but that's about it. Brandon Youngs, the snap. Toy looking downfield, fires. 1-on-1 coverage. Now it's 2-on-1 and incomplete. So the Raiders will turn.
This could literally come down to who has the ball last.
And
big stuff in the middle.
In the hole, and they're trying to get the push forward.
There it is.
And that's not going to happen. So 14 seconds. And we got ourselves a 3-point ball game in the first half.
Dragons.
That's a big stop there for the Dragons because Webster has been a wrecking crew tonight.
Absolutely, because you look at it from a different point of view here. If Lakeside's able to come out second half and put another one in and get the conversion there.
2nd down at 24.4. You gotta love the way this drive is developing for the champion Flashes. Little trick play, the flea flicker back to Morris. He found his man wide open down the field. Reeder had one hit him in the hands earlier in the game, couldn't come up with it. He made sure he secured it, and he set the Flashes up with solid field position into Southeast territory now. 24.4 seconds to go, still a timeout left for the Flashes. Just trying to get some points back before halftime. They trail it by 7. Under center, Morris. Couple fakes. Keeper. Morris has blockers for him. Pass down the field, looking for Reeder. Flags come flying in. It's going to be pass interference as Masrock on the coverage. And it looks like he got a little too friendly prior to the
Eagles 28, Bulldogs 18.
You might get 15 minutes to
And for Champion, this is one of best case scenarios because they still are going to have 2-3 plays maybe to work here. And they're going to be closer to try to take a strike towards the end zone. So again, a penalty against Southeast that going to hurt them in the long run here. Let's see if it'll hurt them on the scoreboard, as now they've given Champion a golden opportunity to try to get some points. And a whistle going to be blown, and I believe a timeout called, and it's the Southeast side. Coach Patrick Ewell calling his boys to a huddle. He wants to make sure that they're on the same page, not liking the way that defense is breaking down here towards the end of this first half. We got a quick timeout with them. Back after this.
And a score update here. Girard, they're up 28-7 at halftime over South Range. And then back to that Mineral Ridge game. We do have a score update there. One moment. It's currently 14-13 Mineral Ridge. It's only a 1-point game. And a handoff here. This one going nowhere. Big stop there for Lowville. It was Brandon Harris with the tackle that time. McDonald does have 2 timeouts left here.
Region 5, Region 17 playoff race. Top 12 make it. This is number 21 Southeast and number 20 Champion. So this is a critical win for both these teams to just keep their playoff hopes alive, as we said. Champion down by 7, but they're trying to come up with something special. Morris avoids the tackler, has some space, closes in on him. He slipped him! Are you kidding me, Zach Morris? How did he get through it? 3 tacklers in the area. He said, oh, let me just sneak right by you. I don't know how he found that gap, a sliver of space, a sliver of hope, and Morris somehow, with 7.9 seconds to go in the half, takes it to the house for 6, and an extra point pending to tie it up. Unbelievable stuff. Cottrell to try to tie it up. Kick is up. It's a liner. No good, though. So Southeast will preserve the lead into halftime, up 21-20 with 7.9 seconds to go.
Don't forget, you can purchase your brand new Southeast blankets.
7.9 seconds to go. This is going to be a situation of they're just trying to maybe get something to break away in the kickoff, but I would think with Southeast getting the ball in the second half.
They huddle close to the ball. Thomas Brown in the shotgun, takes the snap, looking to throw. Going deep down the middle of the field, he's got a man. That's Coda Chastain. He is out in front of everybody. And good night, 80-yard touchdown pass, Thomas Brown to Coda Chastain.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, is why this Eagle offense is so, so dangerous.
They showed a big bunch formation, and Coda Chastain from the slot went right down the seam, and he was gone. 34-18, extra point upcoming. Liam Jones will put it up and count it. 5th touchdown of the night for the Eagles. 2:02 still remain before halftime. 35-18 Eagles on ysnlive.com.
Tired of...
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors that you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial
for the Springfield Tigers, or right after
We're
that.
talking old school football. It's neat. Some of you probably see with Leopard Nation sometimes Jared Heller puts on Facebook some of the old replays from previous games, just how different the game was back in the 60s and 70s. A lot of tight, almost wing tee-ish there. I think Louisville used to run an unbalanced kind of, run some veer option and stuff like that. So Stouffer, second down, feeling some pressure, scrambles to his right. He's got a man open, just a little bit behind him, intended for Quinn Burek. He's going to make it 3rd and 10.
Man, I tell you that, just a little bit behind. I think that was Anderson
Actually,
Candle.
I think it was Luke Seaman, number 0
Was it
there.
0? Luke played just a little bit behind, thrown behind. But if you'd have let him, Mac, it would have been a difficult play right there on the sideline. But there's, again, an example of Gabe. We've talked about this before. An example of Gabe just doing something with his legs to extend a play and almost making it happen.
Garfield's been able to dictate play throughout the season so far, and their rushing yard totals reflect that. 1st and 10, Leopards. Moody scrambles, steps up in the pocket, and he has daylight as he crosses midfield. Through a tackler at the 40, blocker at the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Leopards. DeJuan Moody, 58 yards, 6 more on the board for Liberty.
As soon as he got past that offensive line, it felt like he had the entire field to himself here, and he found everything that he needed to. Do it like we have a lineman down for Liberty right around the 45-yard line.
While they tend to him, we'll step aside back to Liberty after this.
Hi, I'm Carly Alfano.
And I'm Ryan Miller.
And we are from Hometown Insurance Solutions and WRS.
That's that Louisville's last playoff appearance. 2021,
which, if you remember, everyone got a.
We'll be back here on YSN.
Toyota of Warren, trusted to get you your dream.
I have to question Zach. That was probably 2020, right, Zach? You help us out because COVID was 2020, right?
Yeah. Football season was 2019. COVID was 2020, and then the 2021
Yeah,
would have
I'm
been
gonna have
close.
to check that. Spring of 2020 was COVID. Fall would have been the football. But either way, Zach's always on the spot there.
Zach, yeah, we don't want to take away that important Notre Dame Cathedral Latin playoff loss that we happened to be
That's right.
coaching. I was Zach's coach that year, and I don't remember much of a chance that particular
Zach
playoff
is
game.
senior receiver for Washington and.
Welcome back to the Audible Call Week 7. We've got some good games. We've got some that, well, they might already be decided. They still got to play a half. Some mercy rules enacted. Some of the games, if you want to watch, you're going to have to go to the individual site, which I'll have Anthony tell you in a minute. West Branch, Marlington, Crestview, Newton Falls, Wellsville, Lisbon, Poland, Niles.
For the second straight week, Mike, we're going to go off of South Range because of what the team is doing against the Raiders.
Yeah.
It's not something we say too often, but Girard has a handle of this one, 35-7. We might go back to it one more time if the Raiders do something to make it remotely close.
Yeah.
But right now, it's all Girard.
Well, and kudos to the Indians, Anthony, because they did not overlook the Raiders, which I don't think they could afford to. That means they weren't kind of peeking ahead to next week. And we got a great ball game in Louisville. That's one we want to pay a lot of attention to. The Rockets.
Maybe a trap game for McDonald's.
Yeah.
They're trying to scrap through and survive.
But just a few miles up the road in Camel, another tightly contested game.
Now, we called this one because Campbell felt real good about themselves coming into this game. They were 3-3 on the season. And speak of the devil, there's Middle Ridge, I think, on the move, and they're all whites.
And only up one, so the Red Devils really giving the Rams fits in the first half. We'll see if that can continue. Louisville has tightened the gap on Canfield. They've cut that down. I believe it's 20-14 now in the third quarter. So lots of good action here.
Also, can give you some updates on some games that are on the network. Warren Harding leads Boardman 3-0 at halftime. Very defensive game in Mollenkopf Stadium. Also, Austintown Fitch, last check, was scoreless at halftime at Maslin Perry.
Yeah, and that's always a tough place to go play. I've always felt that was a trap game for whatever team had to make that travel. So some good action going on. Now, if those games we mentioned that were kind of lopsided, if that folks out there want to go watch it, where do they go to?
They can go to ysnlive.com/live-games, and they can find a list of all the games that we have on the network. 26 of them we have live, so you can watch those in their entirety with the broadcasters. If you want, here on the Audible Call, though, we like to flip from game to game, and we like to keep it with the competitive ones in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Just want to mention we are brought to you by the Athletics. That's where we set up shop each Friday night during the regular season. So as we can tell you, Mineral Ridge, they have just scored a touchdown. So pending the extra point, could be up 7 or 8. So let's hand it over to our announcers like we like to. And
big extra point.
yeah, we'll check back in a little bit.
Laces are everything.
Oh, for sure. And, you know, the Rams had a late player rush onto the field there. That kind of like messes with everybody's, you know, concentration and focus. And now it'll be a 25-yard extra point.
Good snap, good hold. Gutierrez's kick is up, and it looks good from here. We'll see.
It's good.
That it is. Mineral Ridge 21, Camel 13, but an all-important kickoff on the way. And we'll be right back after a quick message here from Toyota of Warren.
Toyota of Warren.
Yoho, handoff, bait on the outside. Doesn't get much.
No.
In fact, maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe. Vikings second down and 6. Only need 6 yards to get in.
See what they dial up here.
Easton's in the backfield.
Yoho will hand it to Armstrong. Armstrong plowing forward into the end zone, and the Vikings are on the board in the second half. Second touchdown of the game for LeBray, and Easton Armstrong continues his phenomenal 2025 season with a 5-yard touchdown run there.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Kenny Yoho and Dylan Bates' connection right now has been very strong the last couple weeks. Has been his wide receiver.
We'll make the extra point
for deep balls.
Huscroft's kick is up, and it is good.
8:50 remaining in the third. Bears with a 14-6 lead. Dylan Johns from the shotgun. Fake to Mathia. He's got his man in the end zone. Ball knocked away. That was intended for Braden Gainey. Third and goal from the 8. 8:29 remaining in the third. This is Larry Scragg with YSNLive.com here from Salineville, Ohio. Southern Local down by 8, trying to hold Latonia from adding to the scoreboard. Dylan Johns back out around, reverses it, gets it to Mathia. Ethan Mathia with a 8-yard reception and a touchdown. I see no flags on the play, so we'll make it good. Add 6 to the Bears score. Bears lead 20-3. Dylan Johns will make the extra point attempt. And that one is no good. So we'll be back after this message from our sponsors.
The ins and outs of everyday life can be chaotic. This is how every hectic day should end. Get any one of these hot tubs for less than $189 a month. And for right now, you can run on dealer money, which is 0% APR for...
Remember that.
Ship was an athletic dude.
All right. Luke Goodrich, maybe the great-grandson of Gail Goodrich, for the kick from 38 yards, and it is through. So 11 seconds left here in the third quarter. Canfield breaks it out to a 9-point lead.
Advantage. Sherish at a shotgun. Masrock off his right hip, follows Masrock, follows his blockers. Sherish, a lot of open space. Joe Sherish, first play from scrimmage, takes it for 6. 54 yards. Joe Sherish says, let's start things off with a bang here in the second half.
I moved it back during halftime so it wouldn't fly out the window. And whistle blows here as this one snapped.
Offsides against the defense.
And they're going to say offside here on Lowville. So that'll move McDonald up 5 yards. Second and goal now at the 9. And Lowville, they jump again, it looks like. And yep, it's another offside. Got to stay disciplined here if you're low. That's back-to-back offside. They had it second goal at the 13. Now they're going to be spotted at the 3-yard line. Here's McDonald again. And this one's going to be blown up for a loss. Great bounce back there from Louisville after the back-to-back penalties. Daniel Huff on the tackle for loss that time was Preston Van Meter on the carry. And Van Meter had a touchdown reception back in the first half. It's going to be 3rd and goal now at about the 7-yard line. Lost about 4 there. And Puckett going to throw here on 3rd and goal. Pressure's coming. Gets it as he releases it. That one's going to be intercepted at the goal line. Vic LaRosa picking that one off. And Louisville's defense stands tall again. Things looked ugly there with those 2 offside penalties, but they get the tackle for loss and intercept on the very next play. I couldn't see who was in the pressure on that one. Have to go back and rewatch it, but I have to give them credit also. Puckett got his, he threw it, and that resulted in an aired pass.
First time tonight, I've had a feeling to where Garfield may be in a little bit of control right here, even though they're down 2 scores. Playing with a little bit of confidence right now.
Yeah, we saw him score a rare all in the no. Goes,
just as
I
I say,
nobody.
Ball on the turf. Tutwiler's there as it heads towards the end zone. This is going to result in points for Liberty. Touchdown, Leopards. DeJuan Moody, the man on the spot, puts 6 more on the field for the Leopards.
There's a player down again right around the 15-yard line. Able to get up, though.
That's
seems to be okay.
What a turn of events right there on the fumble.
It looked
we
like
just talked
no
about
one
it.
was at quarterback in that scenario because no one ran back to get the ball. I wonder if there was just a miscue. This is my formation. This is who I'm standing at position-wise. Can't really tell from that standpoint because it didn't seem like anybody else was rushing for the ball.
DeJuan Moody hustles back. He's the benefactor, recovering the fumble in the end zone, adding 6 more to this Leopards lead.
Looking up the extra point up coming here.
Garcia on for the point after. Hold is down, kick is up, and it is true. 4:36 to go in the third. Liberty 34, Garfield 14.
Dedicated offensive and defensive line, which I bring up because you don't see it very often in high school football, especially kind of around this area. Just some of those, smaller schools, everybody kind of plays both ways. This offensive line is strictly offensive line. They go in, they talk about what their blocks are, their keys are. Defensive line does the same thing on the opposite end. So Mineral Ridge has had a lot of time to gel and knock on wood, but they've stayed pretty healthy as a group.
Speed package in for the Rams with Schaefer in motion. He's got the first down. Inside the 15?
Inside the 15 it will be, and Schaefer goes down. So a nice little, that'll go in the stat sheet as a pass right there, a little forward toss.
Yeah, I mentioned the speed package. You had Kanowski out on the right side. Bussey was the running back with Deli at the quarterback. Jackson Geddes at the tight end position. Normally on that play, it was the aforementioned Nick Anderson, who has played both tight end and wide receiver today. The Rams doing exactly what they wanted to do, come out with 2 long drives that smoke the clock and trying to get points out of both.
1:54 remaining. Deli fakes the pass, keeps it himself. Deli, a very physical quarterback.
It's a big hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't quite catch the number with the red on black jersey, or a number combination there. I think it was... Nope, not even going to try with my eyes. Yep, we're just...
So it will be
Campbell
second and Campbell tackle. It will be 2nd and 2, and the guerrilla formation comes into the football game.
So you can still pick up the first down here, Jake, which,
Blake Basista will, and he reaches. He might. No, they're going to call him short.
Down at the 1-yard line here as we approach a minute. Oh my God, the clock has stopped. Interestingly, now it'll stop on the first down.
So Basista gets some action right there, and you'll see that a lot. Basista will see some action mainly in the red zone as far as carries are concerned. I wouldn't be surprised if we go right back to him here. He's been a crazy good leader on this team. He's talked about it himself of what it is. Okay, I lied.
Ram slam.
Ram slam.
Deli touchdown.
Can't stop it. An unstoppable play Mineral Ridge has found a way to master. 6 more points on the board, and Mineral Ridge is finding a groove, and they're finding it fast.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to agree with everything you said, where Rakic or Basista not going to skip too much of a beat in the red zone, in between the 5 and the goal line. You're not missing much when you go away from Holbrook from that distance, because these are strong guys that are used to like taking big punishing hits. Instead, they go with the brotherly shove, the tush push, the ram slam, unstoppable. Deli does a good job finding the loose hole there, and it's kick is good. So 2 good drives from the Rams. A good answer, Jake.
Yeah, 1 minute remaining. Beautiful answer for Mineral Ridge, 28-13. Another interesting thing to note, number 50, who's been a really, really big playmaker for the Camel Red Devils, Caden Thomas, is on the sideline right now getting some attention. So both teams dealing with some injuries on both the offensive and defensive side of the football here as we approach the 4th quarter. We'll take a 15-second break with a quick message from Meridian.
A doctor you can rely on. The customized care you've been looking for. The power of care is nothing without hope, and our primary care services were created with true.
Yeah, that's a tough call. You can't take anything away from the defender there.
No.
I think that's a timeout, and timeout is going to be
2nd and 11 here for the Wildcats.
So something I've noticed here is that they're starting to bracket number 1, Anthony Pastella, with number 12, Swinney.
Backfield. He'll bring Schwartz in motion. Give it to Schwartz. He'll cut upfield inside the 10, maybe to the 8.
Yeah, I say the Bulldogs definitely weren't fooled on that play.
So mark it at the 9, 2nd and 8. Once again, the Eagles will operate from the huddle. Thomas Brown has Rohan Kelly to his right in the backfield. There's Mekhian Haynes in motion. He'll get it up the gut and into the end zone. 9-yard touchdown run for Mekhian Haynes. And the Eagles are blowing it open here in Hanoverton. Liam Jones on for his 6th PAT of the evening.
About 1 second on the clock.
It'll be a delay of game.
Struthers doesn't look like they got a timeout off there. Even if they did, in the 3rd quarter, are they saying looks like the game clock hit 0 before the play clock, so that may bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. So we have Lakeview Bulldogs 3rd.
Break for Cheney if they stop the play.
Yeah, that looked like that could have been pretty close. So referees clearly saw something that I don't want to say we didn't see, but that forward progress was pretty close to being stopped right there, or a knee was down in that scrum.
And in all fairness, forward progress was stopped for a couple.
Has Mihalis to his left. Got Twins to both sides. We've got a flag. Looks like it's going to be on Hubbard. Yep, false start on the Eagles. Still, like we've talked about, the penalties haven't been as bad as they have been in earlier weeks this year. So definitely improved on that. I mean, they had 11 against Poland, and that's hard. It's not a recipe for success. It is not. A lot of big plays getting called back. 2nd and 7, ball spotted on the 16-yard line. Let's get a motion. Hayes keeps it himself in the end zone. Broken up. Pass intended to Anthony Clark. Be stopped by Isaiah Clucky and number 7, Carter Nielsen. Good plays from the Howell defenses. Hubbard sets on a 3rd and 7. Curious to see if they don't get this. Did they bring out the field goal unit You know, they've already brought him out once. We'll see what they can do here. Sunger is joined by Hazem Halis. Yob is on the left. Hayes,
right.
Clark, and Boucher on his right. Rolls out to his right, looking for a pass. Goes in the back of the end zone for Anthony Clark. Pass is incomplete. It's going to be 4th and 7. You're going to keep the offense out there. Sunger's going to break the huddle. 4th and 7, ball on the 16-yard line. Sunger's in the shotgun by himself. Deuces to the left, trips to the right. Takes the snap, looking to pass. Passes caught.
Here we go. Looks like we're going to be under center here.
Center there. And it looks like it's not going to be short of that. And they're slowly pushing. Referee's looking there.
I think they let it go here a little longer.
Third down there. I wonder if they do just a little quick hit the refresh button on the tab up there and just run it again quick.
Yep, we're going ditto. We're going ditto here, which means we're going to run the same exact play.
Leopards lining up here, about 3rd and inches. And I think he's in there. Come on, buddy, there.
He's laying in the end zone.
Let's
what
waste
are we
time
waiting
here.
on?
Touchdown, Leopards. With 4:51 left, the Louisville cuts the lead to 23-20 on a Gabe Stouffer 1-yard touchdown glacier glide into the end zone.
Slunger's thrown by Hazmahalis, trips left. He's going to give to Hazmahalis, breaks a tackle. Hazmahalis has himself another touchdown, his 2nd of the night on the 5-yard rushing touchdown. Hubbard is going to get another one on the scoreboard. 30-0. What a drive. What an opening drive in this second half. First off, the Eagles stopped the Howland Tiger attack.
Send them blitzing again. Here they come. Myers looking. He's got to roll out to his right. Flips one out there, but it's going to be incomplete. No good. That's intended for number 4, Harris, but there was no shot at him getting that. So it brings up a 3rd and 14. Potters get the big turnover and just not being able to do anything with it right now.
Nope. Just both last 2 pass plays for the Potters, he stepped back, looked right, and gone to it. He starts running to his left. This side of the field, there's been a couple guys open. I don't know if he's not seen or what's going on.
Yeah, you got single coverage on this side with Harris and Abercrombie. Myers takes a snap, fakes it to Baker, fires one across the middle.
Oh,
he's got Abercrombie for the touchdown.
Beautiful pass.
18-yard touchdown pass. Gibson was on the coverage, but he ran right by Gibson for the touchdown.
That's a beautiful pass right there. Led him perfectly, ran underneath it. Potters get up, take the lead. Now they can just hold on to this.
Got a minute 12 to go. They strike here in the 3rd quarter after the big interception.
So are they going to go for 2 or are they going for 1 here?
I don't see Camden coming out, do I? Do you see him anywhere? No. Myers.
It doesn't matter if you go for 2 or 1. They still, either way, if they go for 2 here, it's still only going to put them up less than 6 points. It's not enough to win. If Brooke can come down and score, they can go up 1 again.
We got a late player coming in. We got timeout being called by Q. There's a lot of action going on. They might have messed up. So with 1:12 to go in 3rd quarter, Potters up 18-14. We'll take a timeout and be back here on the YSN Network.
How you should. Here we go to the outside now.
Design quarterback run. He's finding a lane.
Khalil gets about 5.
Yeah, right around 5 yards there. He did a great job there of following his blocks. Sure. Not trying to
have a tackle for a first down. Still on his feet here. And the ball came out there. And Lowville picks up in the end zone. how about that one? Zajac looked like he had the touchdown right there, but it gets poked out the last minute. Carter Vizdak there to pick it up. Lowville's defense again, preventing the touchdown right there. And they'll give the ball back to their offense. There were no turnovers at all in that first half, but we have a few here. We have picks from both sides, and then a forced fumble at the 1. Seven Nation on your old out, trying to get their crowd into it again.
Potter's going for 2 still. It doesn't matter if they go for 1 or 2. It makes no difference, to be honest. I was trying to.
Yeah, it makes it 2014 when he gives
wouldn't
him a
make
6.
it
Fakes
no
it,
difference.
shoots across to Abercrombie, and he's got.
Did he get it? Yep.
No.
2-point conversion's good. He raised his hands.
Did he? Okay, I was looking. The 2-point conversion is good. So.
The Potters.
With 1:12 to go, the Potters take a 20-14 lead here in the third quarter. We'll take a timeout and be back for the kickoff here on the YSN Network.
For over 100 years, Shriners Children's has delivered world-class pediatric care, orthopedics, burn treatment, cleft repairs, always free to families. The Youngstown Shrine Club.
10:04 left to play. Clock is stopped. I couldn't see who knocked the ball in that foul, but Carter Vizdak did recover it in the end zone. Well, Rich?
A little bit if you can. So anything around 30 yards, 30, 35 yards, you would think you'd feel good about. Third down for Lakeview, 3rd and 9. Probably going to keep the ball on the ground. They do. They give it to Angle. Again, finds room, and he is tackled. Brought down, and that is a play that got the Struthers sideline up. Still the fans, little to no reaction.
Yeah, huge play there by number 11, Mason Donatelli, the senior, making a huge stop on 3rd down to bring up 4th down.
All right, I'm calling it here. This is a fake punt.
Stop the clock. So the fish are on their side. So it's 4th and 3.
Do not jump off sides here, Leopards.
All right, so Canfield, which I don't know if they punted once today or not there. I think maybe they lined up once. They're Gabe Stouffer back. Got to field this punt. Can't see who's set to kick there. That might be Bryce Roberts there. Canfield's going to burn a timeout there. So maybe looked, I don't know if they're going to try to get them to jump there. That was number 17, Adam Christie. They're ready to punt. So 4th and 3. Canfield maybe burning some clock there, definitely. 2:42 left here. And a barn burner here between two of the powers of Northeast Ohio football. A couple of future AAC rivals here, All-American Conference.
It has been a great second half. It's been fun to call. It's been fun to watch. Really solid football on both sides. Been impressed with the Leopard defense. Impressed with the Leopard offense, the play calling here, but more importantly, the effort by the kids.
Yeah, and we talked about being a game. This is a big benchmark game for Hoover. Was a benchmark game where for games 1 through 4, games you probably felt you're 50-50 at worst games. You should win.
Right.
These games, this post, with we got Hoover, with Central is pretty easy, but Canfield, Green next week, and LaSalle. This is one of the games where you can win. And you got to make plays. Leopards have done it in the second half here. So 4th down, they're in the punt position. Louisville showing like you're going to rush. Got to have discipline, like you said here. Canfield snaps it. Adams gets it off there. Gets a great spiral. Gabe Stouffer picks up his own 5 there. Cuts through, gets to the 15, out to the 20-yard line. Good job picking up 15 yards on a beautiful punt there.
Boy, I'm hoping that was a great punt.
Adam Christie.
So kind of hoping, Mac, that saving that 15 yards really could end up being a really big play by Gabe, deciding to pick that ball up rather than it rolling. I think he recognized that it's not going to get in the end zone, so he picked it up and he saved 15 yards, first down on the 20. That might prove to be a pivotal
and
play.
besides saving 15 yards, you see teams when they start their drive with their backs against the end zone, it's tough to get out of that. It's really can put teams handcuffed. So Leopards take over, 80 yards to pay dirt. Just need a field goal, trailing 23-21. Leopards in the empty set here. Stouffer takes the snap. Good protection. Scrambles to the outside, flush the outside. He's got a guy at the 40-yard line there, and it's Anderson Candle with the catch. A 25-yard pickup. And the Leopards with 2:22 left are in business. Great protection up there by Roberts, McRoby, Burek, Norris, and Marari. 1st and 10 on the 45. Clock ticking, 2:09. Stouffer in the empty set, plenty of time, hits a crossing route there, and that is, I believe,
Quinn Burek.
Quinn Burek going to pick up another 1st down to the 42, inside Canfield territory. Canfield with 2 timeouts. Louisville is 2 as well. Canfield led 20-7 at halftime on a late first half touchdown. Stouffer comes over, gets the call from the Burek boys there. Head coach Troy, assistant coach Quinn. Empty set again. Canfield in a 3-man front. 138. Stouffer gets the low snap, feels some pressure. Scrambles around. He's got some room. He's going to pick up about 6 here. Makes it 2nd and 4. 128 and ticking. All right, Louisville lines up there quickly there in the empty set again there. Stouffer gets his snap there. Looks the outside flush. He's got to throw a high one. Throwing it out of bounds. Got a receiver over there, so that's going to make it 3rd and 4.
Woo, take a breath. Take a breath. 2 downs to get a 1st down. We have 2 timeouts. Obviously, we are not in field goal range yet. I'm thinking we need to be right at about the 20, which would make it a 37-yarder.
I think Parker probably at the distance from 45, but and he's made, I think, a 38-yarder.
Yeah,
so he's definitely got the leg.
Well,
but
he shanked one last week from 40 at Central, which was not his best attempt.
Yeah,
I think
sometimes
he
you
pressured,
overkick
but
for the extra distance
do.
there. So it's going to make it 3rd and 4. Leopards fans enthusiastically cheering on there. Stouffer gets the snap, a little crossing route there. He's looking up top. And incomplete. We're going to get a flag there. A lot of grabbing.
Wow.
Looking at Colton Doherty. A lot of T-Rex arms there. No officials reaching their pocket with a lot of late contact.
Boy, I'm kind of surprised. I don't know if they can show if they're going to show the replay at home, but I feel like there was, it wasn't just one arm around the waist. I feel like there was 2 arms around the waist. Obviously, is impeding the wide receiver right there, and that's just.
All right, so 4th and 4, 58 seconds left. Leopards with 2 timeouts left, so it'd be pretty hard for them to weather a unsuccessful 4th down here. So in a balanced set, Stouffer with Seaman in motion. Trips and they
got him.
Canfield to jump offside.
Little hard count, little hard count, Matt. I mean, I almost said we're going to go hard count and take a timeout because we have 2 timeouts. I didn't say it because I didn't want to jinx us, but what a great call. You hurry, you get to the line of scrimmage. Hard count, number 51 for Canfield jumped offside.
Great
That's
discipline. And we
Tristan
talked about playing a clean game at the start of the game, and we have a pretty good clean game. So, 58 seconds left, yeah. One, I think, penalty there. Ball's on the 30, 47-yard field goal from here, so definitely want to push that ball more there. No losses here, so Stouffer's going to keep it, and he's going to lose about 4 there. Louisville's probably going to need to burn a timeout. Trying to go with the quarterback draw to pick up yards. And
yep, we're going to call a timeout here.
Bringing heavy pressure.
Spun out of bounds at around the 8-yard line. They'll mark him down right at the 8, so just a couple of yards.
They're going to go on 3rd down. He's going to roll out to the near side. He's going to throw it downfield, and he's got a man. It's caught. Kingston Powell fights to get it out. They're going to call it incomplete. What a play by Kingston Powell on defense.
The battle continues over here because that was a great high point by Allen, and and then he came down with the ball. But Kingston, being a seasoned cornerback that he is, you got to kind of wait for those guys to come down and then make your play on the ball. And there's really nothing Hill could have done about it because the ball was in his hands. You have to bring it down eventually. So Kingston was just kind of waiting for it, never gave up on it, and
wide open down the field. The overthrow by Irving on 3rd and long. Youngstown East forced to punt it, and the Beavers scoring that 14-point swing, now looming large in a 1-point game. Irving, end zone shot! Incomplete, broken up in the back of the end zone. Davis had a chance. He was open for a little bit, but the
Canfield with their 4-man front, got some man underneath coverage there. We'll see if they bring some pressure here again. They're bringing 5. Ussel picks it up. They got an out route, and it is just broken up there. Quinn Burek there.
Ball was thrown a little bit inside. You like to see that ball a little bit more to the outside so Quinn can use his body to kind of protect the ball there, but Gabe threw one just a little bit inside, and the defender got there to break it up.
You can see the replay there. Bryce Roberts made
it was a nice play.
2 really nice plays here.
This is great, Mac. Both teams just playing so hard right now trying to win this football game. I love watching this.
So the Leopards, 20 on the play clock.
3rd down.
Send it in there. Gabe Stouffer going to have to pick it up a little bit there. So Leopards 3rd and 13. Want to at least cut this in half. You're going to go for it in 4th down or get in field goal range. 43 seconds left here. Trips to the bottom of your screen there. Stouffer, good protection. He's got a wheel route. He's got Burek and throws it to his outside there. So that's going to make it 4th and 13. Trying to run that post with the wheel behind. Nice coverage, and Burek couldn't adjust to the throw on the outside shoulder. So 37 seconds left. Louisville with 1 timeout left. One to probably save it here. Hopefully we get the 1st down there. So we got Burek and Coach Kappas talking there. So Stouffer with 15 on the play clock. He's got to hurry here. Don't want to have to use a timeout there, but sometimes you do. So Louisville gets the line of scrimmage on their 33-yard line there. We've got trips to the boundary. Look for a crossing route. Shifting Baker. Another shift.
We've had to call timeout because the play clock was running out.
So that's one play where you probably one of your plays you work on a lot, but with a lot of shifts, hard to get that one off. So 37 seconds left, or we can take a breather. You can always clock the ball, stop the clock there.
Clear catch by him, regardless if he brought it down or not. As Allen Hill checks in the game, Dylan Wright, he rolls out far side. He avoids a sack. He's going to throw it downfield on 4th down, and he's looking for one of the Hill brothers. And is that number 4 for Jay Manningham? The 4th interception of the game for Jay Manningham.
That is unbelievable, especially right there because, look, I'm not taking anything away from the young man, but the other ones were
tackled by Brandon Harris.
Brandon Harris making the tackle.
Covering up 2nd and 6 for Blue
I
Devils.
mentioned earlier, another big thing for Louisville in this one. They've been down in the trenches in this one, I'm going to be honest, especially on the defensive side of the ball. It's allowed them to get a lot of key stops on 3rd and short, 4th and short. And now a flag here. It's going to be a false start on McDonald.
We read the safety. The problem with that is we're not going to be able to stop the clock unless he gets out of bounds if the ball goes to the middle. But we are in trips, so what I would watch right here is potentially something backside of trips, maybe seaming down the middle on a little post route.
So Canfield brings pressure. Throw to Colton Norris. Through his hands. Incomplete. And Canfield takes over with 31 seconds left.
Man.
Great effort.
Great effort.
By the Leopard.
Now back him up 5 yards on a false start. 2nd 11. .8:35 left to go here in counting. McDonald trying to break through here. Neither team has scored since the 2nd quarter. 3rd quarter was completely scoreless. Play action pass here. Puckett fires this one to Crumpack. That one's going to be completed. Crumpack has a wide open lane to the end zone. He is going to take it in from 60 yards out. So McDonald, they finally break through here. Josh Crumpack on a 60-yarder. That play action pass has worked well for McDonald when they went to it in this one. And it succeeds that.
So big 3rd down and 2 here for the Potters defense. See if they can make a stop here.
Well, Baker comes out. Myers comes in for defense now. It's the first time he's seen defense. They got uniform issues again. So here comes Sparringer with Maynard behind him. Sparringer going to keep it himself. Gets to the outside. Going to have the first across the 35 down to the 34-yard line. He'll pick up the first. Move the chains and keep the clock moving here with 8:20 to go. We have a flag? Yep, there's a flag down the 31-yard line.
Who's this going on?
I have no idea.
Brooker.
We'll see. Here comes the official with the call.
And whistle blows now. Play clock now rolling. It's 3rd and 6 for Lowville. Rockets trying to tie this one up. Or maybe more, who knows. They love to play aggressive. Woolrich rolling out to his left. Now fires it toward the back corner of the end zone. That one is going to be intercepted at the goal line. And a lot of space here ahead. And going to be tripped up at about the 25-yard line. And that's the last thing you wanted if you're Lowville. It was Quinn Schmidt on the interception that time. Well, this game's still not over. 5:54 left to play. Defense has to get a stop here, though. Last time they get the touchdown. But trailing by 7 here, no choice but to get a stop. Don't want to let McDonald make it a 2-score game.
Taking this from the 3-yard line, Champion. 4 chances to hit pay dirt and keep themselves alive in this contest. Fighting for their playoff hopes. Both teams are. Both teams need this win. Keep hopes alive in that Division 5, Region 17. It's number 21 in that region Southeast and number 20 Champion going head-to-head. Also conference rivals in the Mahoning Valley Athletic Conference's Gray Division. Morris out of shotgun. The keeper waiting for something to develop as he looks like he got a gain of maybe a yard or 2 on it. Got him pushed closer to the end zone. Pushed out of bounds.
4th and less than 1.
4th and 1, and now the Falcons with the strongest man in the county in their backfield. Now keep in mind, you can pay attention to Webby all you want. You can do what you can and try and stay on top of him. Mason Khalil has shown the ability to run the ball tonight too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
One mistake here, and it's 6 points for the Falcons.
Jackson goes off here. As Webster is all alone in the backfield here with Khalil. Motion. Give it to number 2, and he's going to score.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Mitchell Lundy just takes the motion, takes the handoff, picks a spot, and dives across the goal line, giving the Falcons a score here with 6:34 left to go in the game. Huge extra points upcoming here.
Big time play right
now. Struthers is going to be passing the ball. They have an empty formation out here. Pascarella back to pass. Quick completion there. That's number 4, Gianni Stewart. He's going to be just at the sticks for a first down, so good first play for Struthers.
It looks like Lakeview is in a cover 3 in the backfield here with Lance in the middle. 2 high safeties with the field side corner coming back.
Pascarella in open space. He gets away. Count Cunningham, nice job. That's good pursuit. It's a good tackle. It's a good job.
What a run by there by number 9, Pascarella. Going to the right, coming all the way back to the left, getting out of bounds and stopping the clock. Here you have
that when he rolls out and looks downfield, that maybe it's just the way things have been happening today that something is going to happen, because these Cheney players can really do special things in these positions of the field.
So 1st and 10 for Cheney, 57 seconds, clock is ticking. They still have one timeout left. They're at the 47. Dylan Wright's back to pass. He's trying to escape, and he can't. He's brought down for a sack down at his own 38-yard line. A huge, huge loss for Cheney, and they'll have to spend their last timeout of the game here with 43 seconds remaining in the ballgame.
Yeah, Mike McGlone getting blocked. What a great effort. What great play. I mean, because it wasn't really anywhere to go, because he was still holding his leverage while coming upfield and applying pressure and still making the play with an offensive.
Trying to keep everything in front of him. Have Struthers waste as much clock as possible.
Ooh, fumbled snap.
And it looks like they're wrestling for it. Pascarella gets back on the fumbled snap.
And a minute, 30 seconds and ticking here, so clock winding down on the Wildcats.
Nolan Allen, just misses Pascarella. Newton and Lawson all over it.
Now you have 4th down to your last play for the Struthers Wildcats. Hopefully you can get a first down here and continue this drive.
And again, you are in an empty set. They've been in an empty set pretty much this whole time. But you got to think you're trying to get a one-on-one matchup here with Pastella. So maybe try to motion away from him or put him in the slot. Do something to get him the ball.
Whatever you do, you need 4 yards here. Your receivers need to find the sticks, need to get past and get that first down.
And they're gonna put him in the trips look. Maybe try a little tunnel screen. Yep.
On the big 4th down.
And it's a touchdown. So Struthers, that pass is complete to Gianni Stewart. 11-yard touchdown for Struthers, and they have life here with a minute 16 to go.
And Pascarella took that pass to the right side, fired it into the end zone to number 4, Stewart.
Works for Liberty, though. An extra 2 seconds off the clock.
Going to run another play. Hurry up to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 3. Nykirk follows Bates to the goal line. And he's going to be just shy inside the 1.
And he dove forward. He just didn't have the distance to get into the end zone. Liberty was right there to make the stop. Very tough 3rd down goal line stand here.
And no surprise. Kane and Bates in the backfield. Kane gets the call. Goal line. Looking for the signal, and they're going to say he's just short, as this Liberty defense is really stepping up right now.
I always say the term football in a phone booth when all 11 players on both sides are inside each tackle boxes. That's a very tough position for 11 people on both sides of the ball to be in.
What this has done is force another minute off the clock. 3:08 and counting now.
Same formation, though. No changes.
Nykirk under center now. Tush push time. And he's in. Touchdown, G-Men.
They get into the end zone. Cut this lead back to 8 right now. Extra point upcoming. We're going to have a very tense 2 minutes and 53 seconds here in Leopard Stadium. Are they going to go for it here?
They're going to go for the conversion down 8. 0 for 2 on point after attempt so far, so that may have something to do with their thinking here. Trying to cut it within 6. Nykirk with Kane in the backfield. Nykirk rolls, looks backside, has a man, and it's in for 2. Colton Miller converts the 2-point conversion, and with 2.
Seal here, 3rd and 10. Irving fires, quick hitter, intercepted. It's going to be returned for the touchdown. And that puts the Beavers up by 7. (27-20), 2 defensive touchdowns in the second half for Beaver local. Richie Weiss makes the play. But this game is not over. The Beavers will not go for 2, so no matter what, this is still a 1-score game. And Youngstown East is going to get the ball back with just about 2 minutes to play. Hall to try to make it an 8-point game. A very crucial point after. It's up and it is good. So it's an 8-point lead for the Beavers, 28-20. 2 defensive touchdowns in the half. Tucker McElroy and Richie Weiss. Both
game, sorry. Pick the right one to tune into. 6-0 McDonald here. They lead 21-14. Louisville 1-5 on the year. They're trying to play upset. Woolrich fires it quickly, and that one is going to be incomplete. And there's a flag down after. Michael Lucido is still down, shaken up, but that's probably going to be a personal foul there on Tyler Nullbuck. And while I look at Lucido, we'll take a break. We'll let you know about the penalty when we come back.
As Comco celebrated 70 years in 2022, we have much to be thankful for. We are proud of the Comco culture as we serve our customers with Comco Care with our premier customer service, quality parts, and on-time delivery. The partnerships we have with our
no timeout from the Falcons.
So a huge play coming up here. 3rd and 3.
I'll tell you what, Sam, a first down will seal the deal here. Huge play.
That's going to be Arnold.
Again. He's
Arnold
going to hit
is
the
through.
first down.
And that's a first down. He's going to be taken down at about the 6.
That
129.
was a huge run by that young man. Who was that, number 25?
That's Chance Arnold, excuse me.
Chance Arnold, the junior.
And now we'll
go. Nullbuck.
Which would result.
Had a big hit there on Michael Lucido, resulting in a penalty. McDonald with another killer penalty right there. We'll see if this comes back to bite them as Louisville has a first 10 to 17. Woolrich fires it toward the end zone. Now that one is going to be intercepted inside the goal line, and that's going to be a touchback. It was Jordan Perry on the interception that time. So Louisville, they were driving there, got a couple penalties to go their way, but this one's going to end in an interception. Jordan Perry coming up big there for McDonald. 1:06 left to go. Louisville does have all 3 timeouts still, though. So if they can get 3 stops here, then they still have a chance. McDonald's defense has gotten 3 interceptions here this half. They've held Louisville scoreless, and their defense has really come up big in this one.
Because you saw they would send the pressure from the outside. That's when you have the tight end release. You hit him with a quick hitter. He gets the 5 yards there. But
you run a fake here? Kirby standing in his own end zone. Yost is about the 40. Low snap. He gets it. Almost kicks it off. Kicks a line drive. Yost catches at the 43. Up across the 40. Looking to get to the outside. Around the 35. 30. Takes a hit right around the 33-yard line. That's where play's going to stop. So Brooke right back in good field position inside the Potter territory.
3:06 to go.
Inside the 30 to the, where they got that marked at, 28-yard line? Yep.
Yep, 28.
I said 33. I was far off that.
That's all right. You're old.
Thank you. So 3:06 left. Both teams have 2 timeouts.
my excuse anymore.
Potter's offensive series right there. I think that was their one shot they needed. And
yeah.
Like you said, Myers could not afford to take a sack, and he did, and that hurts.
That's again, I'm going from the hip.
For Liberty is going to result in a repeat of third down.
That's incredible in the scenario that you're seeing right now.
Huge break for the G-men.
I mean, for this being 3rd and 15 here. Another opportunity for the Leopards with an empty set here.
Quarterback draw may be coming here for Moody in an empty set. 3rd down. Gonna throw it. Tutwiler.
Oh, just outside of his hands there.
He had a step on Ryder Kane, just couldn't track it down, and the clock stops with 1:33 to go.
I can't help but mention that part. I understand they're trying to get into the end zone there. This is not ideal on 4th down for Liberty, for the G-men. We know they're going for it here.
A little bit surprised you didn't keep the ball on the ground there, trying to get some of that 3rd yard, get
Waste
inside
that
the sticks.
one last timeout from Garfield.
Try to make
but
it
they don't need to now.
I think I don't like to second guess any coach. These guys are down there for a reason.
And he was open. Hey,
yeah,
it absolutely was open.
Absolutely was. But now in this situation, you got to think you're going to keep the ball on the ground again.
Hindsight being what it is, of course we wouldn't try. But now,
this is another opportunity to put the ball in the air because the turnover on downs, like before, stops the clock. And there's the pooch punt, John Elway style. That ball's going to bounce inside the 5 and into the end zone. It goes. And with 1:27 to go and one timeout, Garfield is going to get a crack back on offense, down 6 when we come back here on YSN.
My name is Cheryl Colas, and my husband and I just recently purchased a 2019
55 McEachin.
3 points the separator here. 3 points the separator. Jefferson is looking at it like this.
Westerfield. I mean, it's on these guys. These guys, this is where you have to man up right here.
One play
for the win.
4th and goal as everybody in Dragon Stadium is on the edge of their seat, and Lakeside
takes a timeout.
Is going to take a timeout here.
Smart play. You want to make sure your offense is on the same page.
What they'll have to do is take a couple knees here. Take one right there. Clock's moving. And it looks like Louisville.
1st and 10. They had a chance to pick up some big yards right there. Minute 23, you got 80 yards in you. Yeah, for Garfield, huddling up here. Clock is stopped. They don't have to rush, but if this is in bounds, don't be surprised if we see this moving pretty quickly.
2nd down and 10 from the 20. One timeout to go. You don't have to get all 10 and one down right now if you're the G-men. Nykirk scrambles, has plenty of real estate in front of him and gives it to Baguki, and he's dropped at the 25-yard line. Give him the 26.
All right, we've got him under center, and we're heavy to the right side here. Motion away. He's going to keep it, and he's pushing across.
And I think they're going to call him short.
They did call him short.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10 seconds.
10 seconds left on the clock. They said he did not get in.
Continues.
Wow, I thought with that second effort, the way he fell forward, I thought he was across.
This Lakeside defense that has had heartbreak after heartbreak this year has to redeem themselves and not allow a 99-yard touchdown here. You got time for one play.
Yeah, one, maybe two if you run a quick sideline out.
The momentum is in the hands of the Falcons here.
We're going to pan out here as the safeties are way deep.
Khalil looking to make himself a Falcon legend right here.
Timeout.
And they'll call timeout.
Again, another great. I'll tell you what, coaching's been on point tonight for like.
right at that sideline. We're going to get a couple whistles here. They want to talk about something.
That was one heck of an effort by Baguki to go up and get that
They want
ball.
to. I think they're asking here, did he catch that ball?
He made a play earlier in the first half where he climbed up the ladder to bring a pass down.
No changes, however. It is second down.
Just 5'10". Did a heck of a job. Clock stops. 39.6 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 coming up for the G-Men.
And they're just still getting out of their huddle here. They have their play, though.
Baguki, the near side receiver.
Offset pistol formation.
Nykirk on 2nd down. Looks Baguki's way, has his man at the 45, another hook and ladder.
He's got some real estate.
That's Colin McGranahan, and he races out of bounds at the 42.
15 for the Wildcats. Pascarella looking downfield. He's looking for Pastella. Oh, and Pastella just out of the reach. And again, if you are Lakeview, if he catches that ball, that's a touchdown. These DBs have to get on their horse, can't let anything behind them. That was just
on this near side sideline.
30 clock stop, 31 seconds. Over to Liberty's side of the field here.
G-Men still hanging in there. Logan Seld now on the field in front of Nykirk. Nykirk looks for the quick out. Baguki cannot get out of bounds, and that clock stops.
Continues.
Here comes the timeout.
If they get the first down here, great. If they get a first down and stay in bounds, they're probably only going to have one more play left anyway. Back these guys up more. Get out of a back pedal. Get out of the back pedal. Pastella, oh my goodness.
He comes up with it.
Huge play, huge play. 15 seconds left. They're going to reset the change. Clock is going to roll. They're going to spike this football. They're going to spike the football. It doesn't start until the official signals. 14 seconds left.
What little miss?
Struthers,
you got to snap the football.
Wasting precious time. 7 seconds. They're going to have one shot. Hail Mary. If I'm Coach Julio, timeout here. Talk to your defense. Get them set. Get them in the end zone now.
And head coach John Pascarella for the Wildcats is furious that they didn't snap that ball right away. You let about 8 seconds click off the clock there
and
when you're trying to spike the ball.
Yeah, this is it. Again, they might try a quick out, get a couple yards here.
Empty formation, likely a Hail Mary to the end zone. Let's see what they got.
Pastella, again, going to be the target. That ball, good ball. Oh, my goodness, he caught it. He caught it.
Touchdown.
Pastella caught the ball as the time expires, and Struthers wins the football game on a walk-off. You're going to have a penalty, but not going to matter. And the game is over. What a win if you're Struthers. 0-6 on the season, and they get an overly exciting win. What a play by Pastella.
Unbelievable. Number 9, Pascarella throws it deep to number 1, Pastella for the touchdown in the end zone to put them up by 1 with no time left on the clock. What an ending to this game.
And we were talking about it before that drive. The Pascarella to Pastella connection. Putting the ball in your athlete's hands.
And that's the football game, folks. Struthers Wildcats come out victorious 22-21 over the Lakeview Bulldogs. Heartbreaking if you're a Lakeview fan. Unbelievable.
And the air has just been taken out of this stadium. I mean, Lakeview just in complete control of the game. And to lose that way is just sickening.
And I tell you what, that is one of the best endings that I have seen to a high school football game in quite some time.
I mean, what?
With Baguki, his favorite target on the near side. He looks his way, fires towards the end zone. Baguki on his feet. Touchdown, G-Men. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And with 1.7 seconds to go, we are tied at 34. Wow. Wow.
Chris, I don't know what to say there. An incredible job to stick with the ball. It was going to be short. He found the ball in its landing spot. And Baguki, the wide receiver that I didn't expect to talk about tonight here, gets the points on the board with extra point upcoming. They're going to go for the extra point here.
And they should. They should. Hannah Timmons on the field, and Liberty is going to call a timeout. 1.7 seconds to go on the clock. Garfield goes down the field 80 yards with one timeout and just over a minute to tie this football game. Unbelievable.
You don't get to see this too many times, and coming back from what the score would be. And for the G-men here, nothing to really talk about in this huddle from both sides. See what you can do. This is a kind of, it's why it's called an extra point free play here. No pressure on Hannah at all.
No, not
in reality.
Zero, absolutely
you
not.
want to win it right here, but at the same time, if you don't, the clock is at 1.7.
1.7.
But if they can get this extra point.
The defender fell to the turf as Baguki went up and got the ball.
Looked like another cramping situation for Liberty.
And Brandon Baguki just makes plays. Get him the ball in his area, and he makes plays, and he just made maybe the biggest play of the season for the G-men.
Lining up.
Hannah Timmons lines up. Nykirk, the holder, to put the G-men in front. And here comes the penalty marker as Liberty
makes it a little bit closer. They were trying to play it perfectly, and it was not.
Does this change your mind if you're this offense?
I mean, I would go for the extra point here still. I'm also rooting for Hannah here, but at the same time, that is a pretty close play. We've seen a tush push already, if you call it that, from the G-men.
We are getting everything out of this game, Anthony. Chris Ziegler, Anthony Malone here with you tonight. One of the best games of the year.
This is the best game I've watched by far.
I've seen a triple overtime game this year at Cheney with Boardman. This may top it. Here we go. Nykirk, the holder. Hannah Timmons, the kicker. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. Garfield has come all the way back to take the 35-34 lead over Liberty.
And we're staying right here. Hannah able to get the extra point for the G-men. We'll give you some of the other scores here. We do have a kickoff upcoming here. We will likely see a squib kick. But an unbelievable play.
I tell you, we'll just stay here. I don't care what the other scores are at this point. All I can talk about is this effort by Garfield. Unbelievable. Down 34-14 with 4:36 to go in the third quarter after an errant snap. All the air comes out of the balloon. This team just sticks to their plan, does what they need to do, and executes all the way and pitches a shutout ever since on this Liberty offense. Great job by Coach Moser and company.
Forget all about all the, any penalties that you had, any turnovers, anything to that nature. That was not a factor in tonight's game. They stuck with it, and now we have our kickoff coming.
I tell you what, I've seen it all tonight, and this has just been one fantastic football game from start to finish. Playmakers doing their jobs, role players doing their jobs, and a junior kicker 0 for 2 on point afters thus far does her job to put her team up 1 with 1 second remaining in this football game.
Just waiting for the signal here. You're going to see, probably not going to jump on this ball at all. Of course not.
You got to make it go 10. That's the goal.
That's the goal of the kicker here, but
also
you got to find a way to get, if you're Liberty, find a way to get this into the end zone immediately, obviously, but
right into the middle of this logo. And that ball is touched. And here's Moody being strung out. And he's going to be tackled just beyond the 30. And Garfield celebrates.
It's the Pirates utilizing their second. Comes at 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in this ball game. Pirates protecting an 8-point lead, trying to salt this time away. Ty Bartell, your sport.
Welcome into the Audible Call, and wow, we've seen some gut-wrenching moments in the final seconds. Struthers with a walk-off win. How about Garrettsville? Just over a second left. They got one out. Fantastic finishes. McDonald, Lowville, the Rockets, everything that the Blue Devils could have won it tonight. That was a fantastic game.
How about that Struthers game? It was an emotional roller coaster the last couple plays. Struthers has an incomplete pass that's about 40 yards. Go back, and they have a 40-yard pass that gets them about 40 yards into the end zone. But then it's clock management. They don't snap the ball. They could have had 2 plays there to get a touchdown, and instead they just have 1. So you're thinking, oh, that's a big mistake by Struthers. But they just go, you know what? We'll just take this one play.
Yeah.
And we'll walk it off with a touchdown.
Yeah. Just unbelievable. What a game up at Stambaugh Stadium tonight. 10-7 the final. Our final game that's going on is Southeast and Champions. Southeast looks like they're in victory formation. So that's going to end it for us here on the Audible Call. But we're not even close to being done yet. We're going to get the Joe Dickey Electric scoreboard up for you. We're going to try and start this right at 10 o'clock. We got some of our guys calling in. I mean, we've just had a really good night around the valley and some surprise games. But, boy, Lowville punched McDonald in the mouth, and McDonald responded.
And we're a couple of escape with victories, not playing your best football. So.
Canfield escaped.
Yep.
You know.
Even Springfield escaped. They won by I think 23-14.
Yeah.
So they escaped and McDonald escaped and
yeah. Absolutely.
Campbell gave Middle Ridge a fight for a little bit. Middle Ridge ended up pulling away, but that was close for a little bit.
Yeah, gotta love week 7. Boy, it was fantastic. We're gonna recap it all for you on the Joe Dickey Electric scoreboard. I am Mike Ackelson along with Anthony Hartwig. The Audible Call brought to you by The Athletics, and I'll tell you what, Week 7 lived up to its billing. It was pretty good, but we're not done yet. Join us at 10 o'clock for the Joe Dickey